Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Bernie here, giving you yet another video here on the channel, and this is just going to be a little bonus content that I'm going to be putting out the next day after I talk about the testing that's going to be coming out and also who I think should have been the most improved player. And this is just going to be a quick story that I believe Colin Cowherd talked about on his Herd show, and that's going to be kind of the price fixing that these owners and everybody's doing. You know, when it comes to the price of sports, when we get back from all this stuff, we know that we're going to be probably in one of the biggest recessions that we've ever seen in American history, just due to the fact that everybody has to stop working. It's not due to a shortage or anything like that. It's just due to a illness and a virus that's really, you know, an invisible enemy of sorts. And it just kind of goes to show you that, you know, we have to really, we really took for granted those last couple of years where, you know, it was all peaceful and prosperity and not really preparing. But that's not what we're here to talk about in today's video. Today's video is going to be more aimed towards the owners, and I kind of want to echo and reiterate what Colin Cowherd said about just talking about these owners and in terms of price fixing and figuring out that it's time to stop charging people for so much of the concession stands, the parking passes, and the tickets. I can understand, but the parking passes and the food has to stop. And I believe that Colin Cowherd had a right to kind of talk about this. And also, I believe that it's something that's important to talk about, right? Because if we all want to get back to a normalcy, some sort of normalcy, we'll have to eventually go back to the stadiums. And the problem is that when you charge, you know, $6 to $7, $8 for a bottle of water, $14 for a Bud Light that in a can or in a glass or whatever it is that you drink out of, because, you know, that's not really my thing. But you really see that those stuff are very expensive, and it's something that a lot of fans can't afford. We all know that the NBA owners and everyone that's associated with the sport, whether you're associated with the facility itself or you're associated with the owner of the team, you're trying your best to make as much money as possible. And I just think that with these TV deals that are almost in the billions of dollars, it just doesn't make sense to me why we are still charging, or like, why are we still getting charged that much money for a personal pizza, you know, a barbecue sandwich. Like I got charged like $12 for a basic barbecue sandwich that I could have made at home for $5 or $6. And to me, what that goes to show is that they really don't care about, you know, what's fair in value. I understand that there are times where you have to make money and there are carts and people that you kind of invite the vendors to, and that's how they make the money. But when it comes to the stuff where the owners are supplying the food, because obviously they have their own stand, then to me what you need to do is figure out a way to, you know, decrease the price a little bit. I understand that you're trying to make the most money you can. And I don't know how long this video is going to be, so I'm just going to keep talking, just kind of reiterating the point that when it comes to $50 parking passes, $200, I mean, for two NFL seats where I sat at, where I'm from the Seattle area, I sat up in the CenturyLink field. It's just way too high for spending almost $250 just to sit and watch. I mean, obviously it was a Thursday night game, so maybe that has to do with it. But last year watching the Thursday night game against the Rams for Seahawks, to me, it just didn't make any sense to pay that much for those nosebleed seats. Like, it was a fun game, and I think it was an exciting game from what I can remember, and the Seahawks won that game. But to me, like, when I think about $250, when I think about that, it really should get me a little bit closer. I understand the back seats being like $50 to $100. Like, I get that. But spending $200 to $300 on seats should get you a little bit further. And obviously, you know, it comes with, you know, Ticketmaster, people buying and reselling the tickets. That's what it comes down to. So I'm really trying to figure out what the best idea and solution is. But I think that the ticket prices aren't necessarily the most egregious part, because like I said, there's resellers, there's people like Ticketmaster and StubHub that just resell the tickets, and the service fee just adds up, and that's why the tickets are so expensive. But to me, what it comes down to is the fact that the food, the parking, and the merchandise is just way too expensive right now for anybody to comprehend. And when, like I said, when we do get back from this and there is some sort of normalcy that we're going to come back from, why would I be wanting to buy a $25 hat that says whatever the sports team is? You know, for here it would be the Seahawks or the Mariners. If I go to Portland to watch basketball, the Portland Trailblazers. Like, I'm not going to be spending that much money, because obviously due to what's going on, we don't have that money to spend. And I think that these owners, especially when it comes to the food part, because to me, like I said, charging egregious money for a bottle of water, $7 for a bottle of water. Like, I understand if it's a huge bottle like this big, I don't know if you can see my bottom hand. Like, I can understand, like I said, if it was that big. But the problem is that it's about this size, right? It's about this size when it comes to water. And to me, that to me is a ripoff. And especially Dasani water, where we know that there's rumors that they use a lot of sodium in it, so that your way you can drink a lot of water and you want to buy more and you drink more and you eat more when it comes to like popcorn and stuff like that. Like, to me, even like popcorn, for example, getting a bucket of popcorn because you get the personalized one is like $14 for a bag like this big, right? It's not even that huge. And to me, what I find frustrating about it is that I want to enjoy the game. I want to be able to see the game. And obviously food is something that I like to eat with when I enjoy, whether I'm watching a game at home or whether I'm watching a game at the stadium. But the problem is that when I'm at the stadium watching the games, the prices are so high, they're so fixated, that to me it's just not worth paying that much money to grab that stuff. And like I said earlier in the video, I think Colin Cowherd brought up a great point. These owners are getting multi-billion-dollar deals from these networks. You know, FS1, ESPN, no matter what network it is, NBCSN. They're getting these valuable contracts that these teams are getting from these sports teams, and you also get the local sports people paying you as well. To me, there's enough money to where you don't have to overcharge and gouge people to eat a hot dog that's $6 that I can get at Costco for like $1.50. Like, $1.50 hot dog is pretty big. Meanwhile, I get the ones at the stadium. They're like the ones I get at the cookout. You know, basic ones at a basic party. To me, like I said, it's just something that I think people and owners have to kind of understand, that we're going to be going through a tough time with what's going on in the world. And I think that the best way to do it is by lowering prices, making sure that we don't overpay for them. And, you know, there's the defense where, well, you know what, they don't really have to buy that stuff if they don't want to pay that price. But the problem is that you don't allow them to bring in food from the outside. So to me, unlike the movie theaters where you can either sneak it in or, you know, they don't really care. The problem with these owners and these teams and everyone else is that, obviously for safety reasons as well, because you never know, you know, you can't bring outside food in. And to me, what that means is that you have to kind of, you're at will to what the prices are at the stadium. And when I want to buy a bag of peanuts as well, or if I want to buy, you know, a bottle of water or a beer or whatever it is, to me, like, the fact that the prices are so high and astronomically high, it's just a matter of just them trying to price gouge. And like I said, I think Colin Cowherd brings up a great point. Like, why are we doing this to fans? Because fans obviously want to get the best experience, and it's kind of leading to more people staying at home. Because, like, why would I want to go to a crowded arena where I have to wait 20 minutes in line to just get the hot dog itself, or the beer, or the water, or the popcorn, or whatever food that you're gonna eat, when I can just go at home, quickly cook it on the stove, and it'll be ready in 20 minutes while I'm watching the game at home with the best seats in the house. Because I mean, people are seeing that it's dwindling. People aren't going to the games anymore, and I think that if you want to continue that market of people coming to the games, of relying on that revenue like you want to, you're gonna have to do some drastic measures, especially due to this situation in pandemic, but also because there's many situations where I think that you can do a better job of providing affordable food. I mean, like, for like I said, a personal pizza for $16, a beer for $14, a water for $8. Why would I want to spend $8 on a water when I could just easily buy a water bottle for 50 cents at Costco? To me, it just doesn't make any sense. To me, I think they need to do a better job of figuring out what can we do to make sure that the fans are happy and satisfied, especially during these tough times. And I think that lowering the prices dramatically is going to help the team out very well. But anyway, guys, like I said, my name is Bernie here on the charts. This is a bonus video. Let me know your thoughts and comments and opinions on this topic of, should the fans be paying less for personal pizzas? What do you think what the owners are going to be doing once people are going back into the stadiums? Like I said, I want to know your guys' comments and opinions in the comment section down below. But anyway, guys, like I said, my name is Bernie. I'll catch you later. Peace.